Okay, so let's discuss now the sixth rule. We call it zero power rule of our laws of exponents. So the zero power rule takes the form x to a power 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so take note that the condition here, the base, which is x, must not be equal to 0. Alright? Or we can say that the zero power rule says that for a base raised to a power which is equal to 0 is equal to 1, provided that x, or the base, is not equal to 0. For example, if you're given, say, 4 to the power 3 divided by 4 to the power 3. So this is equal to, applying the rule number 2, we have the same base, and this is division, this is fraction, so you just copy the common base, which is equal to 4, and then subtract the powers, or the exponents. So this will be 4 to the power 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So from this rule, any base raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Okay, so this is our answer, equal to 1. So to prove that this is really equal to 1, we can solve this in another way. Okay, so we can do it this way. 4 to the power 3 divided by 4 to the power 3. This is the same as you know, the power of the exponent tells us how many times the base is being multiplied. Okay, so 3 means there are 3 4s that are being multiplied. Okay, so this is what is meant by this expression of the numerator. In the denominator, the same. You have 4 times 4 times 4. Alright, so if you look at the numerator, we have, and denominator, we have 4 over 4 equal to 1. We have 4 over 4, that is also equal to 1. 4 divided by 4, this is also equal to 1. So therefore, we have 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, so we got the same result. So that's the zero power rule. Another example, if you are given, say, 8 raised to power 2 times x raised to power 4 times y raised to power 6, then everything raised to power equal to 0. So we can do it this way. We can apply the other rule that we have discussed, no, the power of product rule. So what is power of product rule? So we have to distribute the powers. Actually, there are two ways of doing this. We have power of a product rule, so we can apply that. Or we simply go directly to the rule number 6. So rule number 6 says that if you have the base raised to a power 0, that is equal to 1. So you can answer this immediately, equal to 1. But if we apply the other rule, so we can distribute this power, so we can rewrite this as 8 to the power 2 and to the power 0. Then we have x to the power 4 raised to power 0 times y raised to power 6 raised to power 0. So we know from other rule, if you have two powers, or we have an expression raised to power and then raised to another power, we just simply multiply the powers, right? So 2 times 0 is 0. Then times 4 times 0, that is also 0. Then 6 times 0, that is also equal to 0. So we know that any base raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So therefore, a to the 0 equal to 1 times x to the 0 is also equal to 1. Then y to the 0 is also equal to 1. So equal to 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 1. Okay? And you can say immediately, no? We can say immediately that this is equal to 1 because this is considered as the base in raised to the power 0. So we know that any base raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Or we can say that any number or any expression raised to a power 0 that is always equal to 1, provided that number or that expression is not equal to 0. So this is rule number 6. So very simple rule, and this is very important. So that's all for this part for rule number 6, and our last video will talk about the negative exponent rule. If you have any questions for this part, you may leave your question or your message in the comment section below. Thank you.